Hello there, gamers! I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to another episode of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Last time, we had a very interesting recording session where I lost a 38-minute episode because I wasn't recording my commentary. And checking here, I am now. Gameplay and commentary being recorded. I then had to start that episode over and ended up doing the Dark Palace, which took me an hour, and I decided in post, in editing as it were, to split that episode in half with a to be continued. And then we started item gathering, and there was so much of that to do that I decided to go ahead and stop, and that was the end of that session. So this time, we're gonna gather up some more stuff and probably make our way over to the Swamp Palace, time permitting. So I am here at the little treasure house, but I have one thing to do first, because this is where we insert a little bit of random chance into the game. So I'm gonna head south. Oh dear, that's a thief. That is a thief. You cannot kill, but you can drive him off. So don't mess with him. He'll bump into you, and then there'll be a pile of stuff that comes out of you. Phrasing. You will drop a bunch of stuff, and if he picks them up, they're his. And I don't believe there's any getting them back, especially because you can't defeat him. Alright, the little pigeon. I don't know if those are pigeons or bone birds. It's a little hard to tell. It looks like the color of the ground is supposed to go through them a little bit. Are those skelly birds? Those might be skelly birds, and that would be the coolest thing. Okay, so I do like how the Dark World kind of reflects that it's basically supposed to be another Hyrule, but, you know, some stuff has gone down. Bomb. Just like before, this is a little room, but this seems a lot more appropriate than a little shop that's sealed up and next to the Cuckoos. I don't remember if there was a door on that little shop or not, but anyway, go downstairs. 300 rupees. Puts us up to 744. So let's head back out. I'm kind of surprised I bridged the gap on that. I think ghosts can be, yep, ghosts can be defeated. Okay, so back over here. I'm not letting this bull guard disturb me. To this little treasure house. Let's go inside and see what this is about. What a jaunty little tune. Look at the guy dancing. Okay. What you gotta say?
Hi, may I help you? You can open 2 chests for 30 rupees. Why don't you play?
Well, because there's some moral questions about gambling and whether that's... We're gonna play. There's a very important reason for us to play. Let's play.
All right, kid. Choose well. Good luck.
I knew that was going to happen. I'm looking at the walkthrough thing, and I know where the chest is. As a matter of fact, I do have the walkthrough up in front of me, and I'm looking at it, and the piece of heart is in an entirely different chest. This is why you're playing this game, because there's a piece of heart in here, and it is in a random chest. One of 16 random chests. Oh, wow. And I found it on my... I was like, watch, this is randomized, and I'm gonna open it on the first try. Seriously, like, take a look at where I am now. Go to zeldadungeon.net, link to the past walkthrough, and look at where it is on their walkthrough. It's not in that one, it's in this one, where there is a single bomb.
You can't open any more chests. The game is over.
Well, I mean, I got what I came for. They say quit while you're ahead, but now I wouldn't imagine that the piece of heart would like regenerate and you could just keep like grinding them here. But, you know, just to show you, you know, I got a single heart and another single heart. Okay, I'm all right. That's enough. I knew that was gonna happen, and it did. I called it. I just basically called it. Oh shoot! Leave! Leave me alone! Whew! He almost got me. All right. Well, that was certainly interesting. All right. Head to a house in the northeast corner of town. This one with the bushes right here, like this. We're gonna go inside. Actually, okay, yeah, I can just barely get this. Now I'm wondering something. So if I hadn't played the game the second time, it would actually be slightly wasteful for me to get this. But because I did, it lowered my rupees just enough where 300 is gonna do me well. 985, 14 short of the maximum. I'm still shook up on the fact that I got a piece of heart on the first try at that game. All right, so now we're gonna head on out. We're gonna leave the village of outcasts. Head north. What is this in the skeleton forest is the equivalent. I thought he was trapped for a second. I felt bad for him. Ah, you're chasing me! But because I did a little run and thing, his spears didn't hit me. I actually want to try to do something here. I was thinking about this earlier. Full disclosure, I restarted the game. And when you restart and you're in the Dark World, it puts you up at the pyramid, the thing where you start in the Dark World. So I had to make my way back to the Village of Outcasts. And as I was doing that, one thing I was thinking of is this. If you charge at a series of bushes and you land right in the middle, apparently you'll just move over. I thought there was a thing that happened. I'm going to try it one more time. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn that if you charged at a series of bushes and you landed like right in between the two, you would bounce off. Because like the game doesn't know which way to put you, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. All right, fortune teller, what's your equivalent here? A fortune teller. Okay. It's interesting that it's the same thing in both places. You will meet a strange man standing in the desert. Interesting. Is that what I have to do next? A strange man standing in the desert? Is there even a desert in the Dark World? Interesting prophecy. Oh, you're a Red Bull. Well, Red Bull! It's a very energetic guard. Ha ha! I'm a dork. All right. Okay. We're gonna go this way. We are headed to the equivalent of the cemetery in the Dark World. By the way, that's an arrow right there. Here to the rotten tomato. That's not what it's pointing at. That's an arrow right there. We'll come back to it. Little shop of horrors, little shop. All right, defeat me, Seymour. Okay, there's a cave that is the equivalent. I am beating this guy into the world geometry. I just realized I'm gonna go into this cave and I'm gonna come back out and he's gonna be there again. Little tables, like little benches, And that thing, a target jellyfish.
Hey, I'll tell you.
No.
Hey, I'll tell you a profitable story if you pay me 20 rupees. How about it? Ha! Thank you. To tell the truth, I found incredible beauty inside the pyramid. But someone sealed the door. You can't do anything with a standard bomb, they say.
Profitable story. Let's go. Okay. Full disclosure, I was literally holding my nose to do that voice. Because, you know, his nose was a mother dancer. Come here. Now you die. You took away my sword beam. 4 bombs. That's kind of a rare item, the 4 bomb collectible, but 1 heart. Thank you. Gosh dang. Pizza party ruining apple snacks. Oh, freaking ducks. Stupid rock! Fill my hearts back up, bushes. Ah! Okay, so quick little story time. And I'm actually wanting to do that. I don't want this to be like a video walkthrough. You know, it's a Let's Play. You're enjoying the game with me. So, I was in a friend's stream, Twitch stream, not their river, telling them about how I lost an episode and I was going, and he was like, oh no, well, like, how are you doing this? Is it like post commentary? And I was like, well, no, I'm doing live commentary because I want it to be like a fresh reaction, like stuff that happens, not remembering, because if I'm like remembering it after the fact, and then putting commentary over it, it's not gonna be, you know, as genuine in the moment, even if I try to like act surprised. So things like that, where a guard pops out of the bushes and I'm like, ah! Okay, we have reached the area that is the equivalent of the cemetery, and this place is called... I figure if it's called this, that you would see one. But I guess not. This is called the Ghostly Garden. I figured being called the Ghostly Garden, there would be, I don't know, a ghost. There is a fairy. I believe I'm full. I am. But how are my hearts? All but full. Come back! Come back! Lady Godiva, gosh! No, come to me! Come to me! She was coming back, and then she faded away into the mists of time and history. Alright, anyway, yes, this is the Ghostly Garden. A bomb came out of that rock. Shoot! Freaking cards in the bushes! Jump scares. In a Super Nintendo Zelda game. Yay! I got enough hearts to fill up. Okay, what are we even doing here? I know exactly what we're doing here. We're going over this way. We're gonna cut our way in here and... Hey, this location seems familiar, doesn't it? Weren't we here in the light world and we couldn't get in because of these rocks? But now we're in. And we were standing on a rock. By the way, I'm maxed out on rupees, I just realized. Ow, freaking, so the ghosts are here. You know, the Ghostly Garden, those are Poes, by the way. Ghost and Zelda are called Poes. But in the Ghostly Garden, their home in the Dark World, they're not there. What the heck? What? Ow! Freaking... Oh. You wouldn't think. So, you try to push, you try to pull, you just gotta really smack it. You wouldn't think you had enough room there to do a dash. Head down. And this is one of those things, I don't think this is necessary to complete the game. So this is exploration, this is figuring things out, this is keeping the light and dark world dynamic in mind with the magic mirror. This is the magic cape. You are invisible when you wear it. It's a cloak of invisibility, like that property that is extremely controversial right now. Watch your magic meter. Oh, I'm divisible, but look at my magic meter. It eats it right up. And remember, that's at half consumption. If you didn't get that half magic upgrade, you could have some serious problems with your magic. Back to the dark world. Ow! Something hit me. Okay, anyway. I gotta get out of here. I think the best way for me to do that would be to do that. I don't need any bombs, but is anybody else like that? Tell me in the comments below if, like, a collectible drops and you don't need it because you're full, but you're like, I can't just let it sit there and disappear. I have to get it, even though it does me absolutely no good. Gosh dang, sleeping bush guards. Candidate for a title. All right, we're going this way. Nope, it's not a thing here either. Just a troll by the game. Now we're here. Two for one, woo! Ow! Freaking apple pig! Put an apple in your mouth. I'll give a piece of heart to the person who wears the cape. We might come back for that. I'm more interested in seeing, we haven't really looked at this screen in the light world. So let's see what we're dealing with here in the light world. We got a guard that's dumb. Okay. Let's go up here. Let's see. What's up here? Dark green. Dark green. Dark green. Light green. And the trunk looks weird. Let's cut bushes. Well, speaking of things I don't need, collecting rupees when I'm maxed out. I am on a quest to punish all of the guards sleeping in bushes and grass in Hyrule and Dark World. I don't like the top of that tree. I've always found that leaf effect very pretty for Super Nintendo. We fell into a tree. If it's got a hollow trunk, it probably wasn't very healthy. Broke our ankles again in knee-deep water. Fairies! Guess what I have? No empty bottles. But that one filled me up. I like how you almost can't help but walk onto this. And that is a 4th heart piece, giving us our 12th heart container. 4 times the amount we started with. Jump down, head out, and of course there was a cave. It was up here. Yo! What's this? It's weird that the top of that tree grew back, even though it was like cut and everything. The House of Lumberjacks A. Bumpkin and B. Bumpkin. Albert and Bartholomew. They probably have full names. I don't know what they are. Huh, that's a nice looking house. That's a nice little house. I like that. But we're not going to do that right now. we are going to... There it was! You see, I hit that bush kind of off center and I bounced off of it. Back to the dark world. Did I? Whoops. I may have messed up. I may have messed up. Okay, not really. Okay, so I don't want to read off the walkthrough very much or anything here, and I do consider this an excellent walkthrough, but I'm going to read these couples. I didn't know that was a thing. I pulled on the tree and rupees came out. Is that just a what? Again, I've played this game so many times. And then I do it on the Let's Play and I find new secrets. Okay, well that one doesn't do it. That tree gives you apples in the light world. Okay, but anyway, so listen to this, okay? Drop down into the trunk of the tree. Grab some fairies if you'd like, but then head right a screen and collect a piece of heart. Exit the cave and return to the dark world. Since we just got plenty of rupees at the village of Outcasts, you should be able to get this next heart piece. Return to the light world. Why did I go back to the dark world if I was going right back to the light world? So we'll head back to the light world. And we're gonna use the flute. Ow, those little crows got me after all. And we are headed to my house, where one thing I can do... Aww, nostalgic times. And a heart to make up for the damage that I took from those stupid crows. Okay. Alright, so, and yeah, this is a little convoluted, but again, you never needed to go back to the dark world in the first place. What it wants us to do is use this portal over here to go back to the dark world. Because there's, like, the dark world topography, again, to use that college word, the way the map is laid out, in the dark world, there are certain sections that you either can't get from one place to another, a particular area at all, or, you can't at this current point in the game. Shh! Guard! Sleeping in the bushes! It plagues even the dark world. Ah! Well, good, because that means I can hurt you from a distance. No, you don't. You won't get my things. I am not going to let you thieving pumpkin bring me your soul. Yeah. Please die. No, that's the trap. Nope. Thank you. Whew. All right. Okay. Catch my breath there for a second. Okay, so actually we're gonna go back over here. Ah! And by over there, I mean we're gonna go down here and do it over here. I don't like the pumpkins, they can steal my shield. I don't like it. Ah! Okay. Lift this rock. Woo! All right, we're going over this way. I think over here. A little disoriented today. Oh, okay. So up here, and then yeah, okay, I see what it's saying. We're gonna go this way. Let's take a look. What do we got? Okay, there we go. There we go. He's got a shovel. Welcome to the treasure field. The object is to dig as many holes as you can in 30 seconds. Any treasures you dig up will be yours to keep. It's only 80 rupees to play. Well, lucky for me that I've got 999. What do you say? I want to dig. Then I will lend you a shovel. When you have it in your hand, start digging. Press the Y button to dig. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Listen to that song. I'm gonna put the credit of it up here because I don't know who performs it, but it is like a metal dwarf song and it's really good. You'll never guess what we're looking for. You know, those, I got like 60 something rupees, like right at the end there. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm back to 9.99. It paid for itself. Come back again. Yes, you have to exit the screen and then return so the field can reset. I'm gonna do this one more time at regular speed. I didn't have the luck I had in the treasure house. Diggy, diggy hole, diggy, diggy hole. We are looking for something in particular. It is in a single spot. Their game paid for itself again. So with the game paying for itself and the item being in one spot, you can imagine this can take you some time and you can just keep doing it. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna fast forward, which means of course I'm gonna find it this run, but I'm gonna fast forward until I finally find what I am looking for. Coming out of the fast forward for a second, I really wish there was some kind of like minesweeper system to this where like, you know, if you find a red rupee, you're really close to it. You know, if it's green rupees, you're further away. Back to fast forward. I got it! Ah. Like, honestly, that could be worse. That could have been worse. That was, I think, 5 or 6 tries. I don't even know. And the thing that really annoys me is I'm pretty sure I hit that spot in a couple of other ones. As I was going through that, I was wondering to myself if the game puts it in one place per like save file, or if it randomizes every single time you play that shovel game. We got it. We got it. Yes, the main prize in this game is another piece of heart. So we got it. We got it. This could be rather tedious, and depending on how unlucky you are, it could be very costly. The thing is, I disagree with the walkthrough on that because I love how the game music just keeps playing here. Because I have another second. You get a lot of rupees playing this game, and yeah, I'm gonna walk out of here, not at max rupees, but I'm still at 943. The game costs 80 rupees to play, and I've only lost 56. As a matter of fact, I'm going to play one more time and see if I can get my money back. I'm sitting here, I'm like, ugh, I'm going to be doing this for hours, and then I find it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play one more time. So, I'm actually going to need to find 136 rupees to get back. Well, let's see. It's a little more fun without the pressure of, like, trying to find this dumb piece of heart. Can't dig trees, Link. Sparmt. I keep messing that up. His name is Sparmt. Put some respect on it. I'm not even gonna make it back to, 943. Alright. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Okay. Alright. I want to get as far from that game as possible. So I am going to warp to the light world and fly to Death Mountain. Sorry, guard. You're just a little too slow there. Alright. I'm gonna head in here, just to see what's in here. Alright. I hate being on this mountain because it's so easy to get hit. The advice that the old man here gives you actually changes based on where you're at. Sparmt, I think the wizard connected to where somewhere. I've got like 8 old man voices in this game. Somewhere around the castle. Yeah, it's the gate. We've used that already. All I can do now is whatever. Okay, bye. All right. We are going to. I don't want to get hit by the green rocks. They can hit you while you're climbing ladders. The game has absolutely no... This can happen too. These things can turn into statues and you just get stuck. You just have to wait for them to turn back. Gosh dang green rocks! Run! 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 Will I let you have the boom? I'll let you have the boom. Boom! Alright. Oh! I do believe that is a Tektite, a 4-leg jumping spider thing. And exactly what this game needed was another enemy that jumps away from your attack. Boing! A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. All right. And from here, we are going to jump down into this cave. Oh. Oh, that doesn't look good. That looks all spiky. Well, by the way, these are apparently moles. You say so. Maybe our magic cape can help us with this. Yes, we're not only invisible, we're also invulnerable. But see that magic meter? Better make it quick. Go, go, go. Lift the rock. Oh, shoot. I have to take the... Oh, no, I'm lifting it. There we go. Whew. We got the Cane of Birna. If you swing it once, a ring of light will protect you. Now, that seems like a pretty good, hearts if you took the damage, and hearts if you took the damage. They kind of assume you just took the damage. Now, here's the thing. The Cane of Birna also uses magic power. So, the walkthrough actually says that the best way to proceed here is to save and quit. And you go back to one of the main locations in the Dark World and go on. Excuse me if I don't find that just a little bit cheap. So, I know that I don't have the magic to go through here without getting hurt, but I do have 12 hearts, so gut it out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, shoot. Maybe that's why it says it. And actually doing that, I can show you the Cane of Birna and what it does. Nice! Okay. Alright, so now let's head back to the light world. I don't know why it didn't let me. Weird. Must have thought I was standing in that ledge. Anyway, use the flute. And we are headed back to my house again. Checking in on my house. It's a good looking place. We're gonna make like we are going to the desert this way. Oh my, that's a lot of birds. Shoot! Birds, 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 birds! I wanted to kill as many of them as possible because I'm apparently a sadist that way. I want to rock! Rock! Oh shoot! You're tough. Shoot! No! No! We have yet to get that thing. No, don't get me. I thought it was gonna happen again. I thought it was gonna happen again. And again! Give me your treasures! You can see with the money spider, it depends how fast you collect, because, he'll keep giving out. Every time you collect 1 rupee, he'll give you another. I was hoping that would be the case. All right. So we're gonna make our way over here. Let's do more money spider. Ooh! He gave me a 20 there. That was very nice. I explored all this, and it wasn't even where I was supposed to be. Enemy, slow down. All right. We actually want to go back up here. Back up here. And into the dark world again. Not letting Tonguey Pumpkin steal my things. I've been very musical, not just in this particular recording session, but like the entire actual video. Now we make like we were going into the desert, but here in the Dark World. We're gonna go this way. It's blocked. There's these stakes and then there's rocks, but in the Dark World, the desert is water. That's interesting. Well, what did I say? A kind of pattern, a kind of closed off area. Magic mirror. Almost didn't end up on that ledge. Would have ended up on the edge of it and it would have dumped me off like before in Lake Hylia. Oh, what does this say? Bird. Go away. I don't want freaking bird. Just kind of hoping like that. Gosh, dang it! Thank you. Rosetta Stone! Hold up the Master Sword and you will get the power, the magic, reading is fundamental, of Bombos. Here comes the boom, ready or not. How do you like me now? This is the Bombos Medallion. Its magic makes the ground explode with power. But should I watch my magic meter? Watch your magic meter. Bombos, I didn't actually know this. Bombos is the only one of these 3 medallions, as you can see where they put them here. 3 medallions. It's the only one of the 3 medallions that is not required for story progress. That is completely optional. But it's the strongest one of the 3. We're gonna head back to the although actually I don't know why. Again, that's what the walkthrough said, but this actually... Oh, I was on the ledge, but this time it said I was on there just enough that I was able to get up there. I'm gonna use the bird. The best way to get to Hyrule Castle is to go to Link's house. I'm 3 hearts short of full health. Another quick story. Again, trying to actually work in more story time. I was playing, I'm trying to remember if it was the original Zelda or this one. I'm pretty sure it was this one. And my mom told me one day, just like, I'm sure that's a fun game, but how do you stand that music just playing on loop over and over? I said something like, well, 1, it's a good song, and, you know, 2, I barely even notice it because I'm actually playing the game. We're using the gate to return to the Pyramid of Power because that's where it wants us to go, and that's apparently closest. We're gonna head out of here. By the way, but what if I want to warp around the Dark World? The bird is only in the Light World, so it can't help you in the Dark World. Okay. We're gonna go this way. Tonk our way through. We're gonna head down here. Or am I in the wrong place again? I think I did it again. I'm in the wrong place. Threw a rock in the lake to make a skelly fish. One further over. Down. By the way, my house in the Dark World is here. It's actually an important location, so we're going to come back to it later. We're going down, 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 and over. Yeah, there we go. Whoop. This is our next destination, the Swamp Palace. Okay, I know this might be running a bit long, though we fast forwarded a bit, so let's take a look. Here's a triangle. Now we don't know. Is this going to be Sahasrasa, or is it going to be Zelda? Sparmt, it is I, Sahasrasa, Schmasseltassel. Objects exist simultaneously in both worlds with similar shapes. If the form of a thing changes, it will affect the shape of its twin. Hang on, I haven't taken my meds. In the other world. Hope you got all that because, woo, meds! There's a ladder here that we can't reach. And that appears to be it. I mean, like, nothing we can do. I guess the quest is over. I will say one thing, this video is over. Thank you so much for watching another episode of The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, here on Orange Ranger Plays. Please make sure to like the video below, leave a comment about what you're thinking about this Let's Play, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 100 subs, I'm trying to get to monetization. I would appreciate your help with that. Tell your friends, tell everybody. Make sure you check me out on Twitter, Orange RNGR Plays, on Facebook, Orange Ranger Plays fan page, on Twitch, Orange Ranger Plays with underscores, Orange_Ranger_Plays, where I hope to be streaming within the next couple of months, actually. And by the way, I've been getting comments from a couple people that say they can't find my Twitch page. It really should be just as easy as searching for Orange_Ranger_Plays at twitch.tv, and you will see my familiar logos and my familiar page and all of that fun stuff. If you'd like to lend any financial support to the channel and don't want to make direct contributions, I do have a Patreon and a Ko-fi. I don't think I've mentioned them here before. We're going to leave those out of the equation for the moment, but you can check out my Teespring at Orange Ranger Videos, and I hope to have Orange Ranger Plays merch up there soon. Until next time, heroes, may the power of the Triforce protect you.